On this video of Sean's farm, I bought the most expensive piece of equipment yet, I searched for buried treasure, and we make progress on the 75-year-old motor grader. I've been hiding something from you guys. It was actually the first piece of equipment that I bought for the farm because I knew it was going to be like the Swiss Army knife of things that you need. And it was expensive. I thought I got the cheapest one, but I didn't want just the cheapest one. I wanted the best value and the best deal. So I got a skid steer, skid loader, multiple names for it. Let me show it to you guys. There she is. I got the smallest one, the SVL 95 2S. 2S means 2-speed, 95 horsepower. I think I paid $31 for it. I got it at a government auction. It was a couple hours away. They shipped it over here. It came with the bucket, and when I got it, I took it to the shop to get serviced. They serviced it up. That was about $3,000, and I'm 34 into it. And then I had to buy the tracks. The tracks were pretty much toast, so I had to get new tracks. If you don't know, skid steer tracks are very expensive. I think these are like $2,500, maybe $3,000. And then I had to pay another $800 to put them on. I thought about doing it myself, but I was like, I'll let the professionals do that stuff. It's actually a pretty unique unit, and I'll get into it later. But it was acting a little goofy, where it kept on shutting off, like the seat sensor was going bad, and you have to repress the button, it would work, and sometimes not work, and sometimes it was really a pain in the butt to use. We got that fixed. Also, it's a fully enclosed cab, so it has air conditioning, and I was like, man, I like air conditioning. It gets hot in Tennessee. So we got that fixed. That was another $4,000 to fix everything else on it. That's including the tracks. So at this point, I probably have around $40,000 or maybe 42 in this thing, but I think it should be a good unit. By far, that's 4 times more than what I have in the big tractor. Christian Bale is what we named the tractor. So we need a name for the skid steer. Actually, I have a name for the skid steer. There's some things we got to do to it. You know, when you buy a new one, the new one's not dirty. When you buy a used one, and at a dealership, they clean it up for you. They make it look nice. The 8 ends down. I was driving it in the field. That broke. We're also going to use this to try to find the septic system. We have a lot of stuff going on at the farm. I'm really excited. This is gonna be a fun episode. Borrowing my buddy Brock's truck. I don't have a truck that can tow it. Yeah, my truck could tow it. I think my truck's rated to tow like 10.5. The skid steer's 13,000 pounds. The trailer's another 3,000. Yeah, it would break it. It could do it. It would cost me a transmission. So I'd borrow Brock's. One of these days I need to get something I can start towing my equipment with. I don't have water at the farm. So let's run back to the shop and let's get this thing cleaned up. I also got something else a little special for it. You guys are gonna like it. It's gonna be pretty cool. I spent a lot of money on something like that, and you want it to run good, so it's running good. You want it to look good. Let's make it look good. All right, we're back at the Bikes and Beard shop. This is where Sean from Bikes and he's a buddy of mine. Sean from Bikes and Beard. They said I can clean this here, so that is the plan. Let's get this thing taken off. I need to buy chains. A lot of you guys made a lot of comments about that. Yes, I'm used to using straps. Strapping things down with chains is kind of new to me. We produce and sell our own straps for motorcycles. Everything has to be soft. You can't be scratching motorcycles. Everything's got to be rough and hard. Everyone's like, you got to get chains. You got to be moving everything with chains. I looked it up. This chain is a grade 70. It's only rated for 6,600 pounds. I need more than that. You know, maybe I'm overcautious, but I don't want to break a chain and have that chain crack someone's face open, skull open. I don't know. I've never seen one break, but you hear about it. So the plan is we'll get this guy off of here, put it over there, get the hose set up, clean it, get this thing looking brand new. I'm excited. You know how when you buy a used car, to make it your own, you go home and you clean it. You take the stupid steering wheel wrap off it, you throw the fuzzy dice, you throw them in the trash, you clean it, you make it smell like it's just been cleaned by you. You name it. A very biblical thing. Even in the Bible, God would change the name, Saul to Paul. He would change the name of people to declare ownership. That's why we name stuff. Let me fire this thing up and pull it out. This is pretty clever. The guy showed me this at the place I picked it up at. We hooked the chain up here and then backed it up. That's how we tightened the front up. So I just gotta go forward a little bit. So I didn't know this, but you could look up these skid steers and you think they're all similar. They're all alike. Skid steers are just like cars, and they're spec'd out different ways. So this one's spec'd out with an enclosed, fully enclosed cab, heat, air condition, radio, and it has what they call the armadillo package. This is an extra radiator. It's got armor around it. It's got that bigger bumper. A lot of the hose fittings over here are covered with a big like 1/4 inch, 1/8 inch steel. In case something falls, it's not gonna mess up your remotes. Quick detach levers. These are automatic. There's a button to you undo them. Let me back this thing off of here. Make sure I don't hit nothing. So there it is, check it out inside. So this is actually one of the reasons why I bought Kubota, is the door slides in. There we go. That's how it closes. So sometimes it's possible that boom could be stuck up, and if the door opens up like this, you're stuck inside the machine. We'll get all this stuff cleaned out. But I think that's pretty cool. This thing has the best of both worlds. If it's hot outside, I can have AC, and if it's cold outside, I can have heat. But it's so gross inside. So we'll get this thing, let's get this thing all cleaned up. All right, let's grab my washing. Farmers, we say washing stuff. And now I got hose. If y'all never used these Slink hoses before, they're pretty awesome. Watch this. I'll turn this thing on. This hose will get huge. So I did my best to clean off the new skid steer, and I ended up spending about 2 hours cleaning it. And if you're wondering why I spent so much time on something that's just gonna get dirty, well, you'll see in a second. You guys ready? I think it's time. I'm gonna show you guys the new and improved skid steer. Actually, the Kubota Saki. You guys are gonna love it. I can't believe it fits in here. Check it out, check it out. So I wanted it to kind of look like a motorcycle. So it's the Kubota Saki Ninja. It's ZX8000RR. My buddy over at Bikes and Beards, he said I could use his face. People say I look like him. I put some new paint down there, got the wrap on. Let me show you the back. Back looks pretty cool. We got new tracks on it. I'm pretty pumped. I think it looks sharp. I hope you guys like it. Number 21, I don't know why I did 21, but there's probably some reason for it back then. I also got the inside pretty clean. Check it. We got the inside looking nice and clean. I've never tried the radio. Let's try the radio. We ain't getting nothing. All right, whatever. What we do have is cold AC. Blasting out of these vents, just like blasting on your neck. There's an AC vent right here. At least we have to start from a nice, clean-ish start, and then I'll get it muddy, but then I can keep it clean. If you keep your stuff clean, it's easier to see when it's broken. and it doesn't feel like it's junk when it's clean. Let's go up to the new shop site, and I'll fill you in what's going on with the perk sites. Me and the builder were out here the other day with a big stick, a rod, and trying to find the septic. And we keep on finding rocks down here. We're like, oh man, that's the septic right there. That's it, that's the one. We keep on digging. It's not it, it's a rock. Or maybe it is the septic and it's got a really crude looking like lid to it. Same thing here, that's a rock. So we spent a lot of time digging up a lot of holes at a lot of different places. And when I say digging, I wasn't doing much digging, I was mostly his son. So we really need to find that septic. I think the house site was right here. That's what we're pretty sure. Now, things got even more interesting when we came over here and we started digging right here. And we were like, that's it, that's the one. But it ended up just being like 2 cinder blocks. So not really sure what's going on there. They were gonna bring out the backhoe or a mini axe, but I'm just gonna start tearing in. I'll probably mess something up. It would probably cost me money, but I can't. I gotta figure this out. I want to try to find something. I want to dig. I want to use my new tool. So let's do that, and let's try to find this septic. So basically, what we're doing is we are treasure hunting. The treasure is poop, a big tank of poop. I was having a great time tearing up the ground with my new piece of equipment and living out every childhood fantasy of just tearing up the lawn. However, I still have not found that sweet, sweet septic system, but I did find a lot of very large flat rocks. And I did get some good practice on the Kubota Saki, which will come in handy when I get back to work on the dirt bike track, which my boys are dying for me to finish. All right, so I found zero sign of a septic tank. I did move that big rock right there. That was pretty dope. And I found that there's a lot of big rocks under here. Not great news, but we're not gonna give up, and I think I need a new strategy. After not really accomplishing anything today, I decided to see if I can get the old Cat 12 running with the new parts that I got for it. If you remember from the previous video, we bought it and then the starter broke. We found the only guy in Tennessee who could fix the starter, and then we broke something again. So I got some new parts and maybe we can get it running. I'm gonna need this because I got big plans for it. Which reminds me of a great Bible verse, Jeremiah 29:11. For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. This is cakewalk.
Start small.
Yeah.
Screwdriver, wedge.
Remember how the bearings were all not like where they should be?
Yeah.
Good now. Okay, there we go. In some possible way. Look at this guy. Yeah.
Oh, what's that down there? There's a bolt.
And
2 bolts.
Another bolt? No, it's just the other end of the bolt and a nut.
Yeah.
There you go.
Nice.
There you go.
Cool, looks like we got most of it.
It'd be really nice if we could put it all, maybe we can, if we can put it all together and just wedge it in there.
Most hammery hammer.
Is that bearing supposed to slip out like that?
I don't think so.
There we go. That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, so what this lever does is pushes this guy. We don't need to engage or disengage anything. When it starts, it'll push this thing up anyway.
I don't know if it'll push the handle, but I know maybe we just gotta push this into position, and maybe even if you put the handle back, this will stay locked.
All this does is it's a lever that pushes a thing like this.
Yep.
Maybe it does just push it in.
Push it all the way down.
Oh. Let me try it for 1 second.
Oh, dang. Yeah, there it is.
That's why you don't give up, Joe.
Dang.
Joe's such a giver-upper. We don't know what this lever does. Don't know what that does. Don't know what this does. This lever mechanically holds the exhaust valve open so there's no compression in the cylinders. It's mainly used for starting the engine, especially when a pony motor. This is the compression release. Maybe this one's decompression. It would make more sense that this one up here would be decompression. You're pointing to the fuel shutoff lever on the fuel injection pump. Sean's farm, using tools the way they're not intended. I just want to say I just had a big needle splitter in my thumb. I didn't complain about it at all. Didn't even want it back, just pulled it out like a man. Let that be a lesson to all you kids out there. Once we get it running, we can work on fixing the blade, and then it'll be functional, and then we're making roads. All right, this one goes here. I'm kind of at the point that if we don't get it working now, I'll just pop start it every time I want to use it. Until like one day when I'm like, no, okay, now I'm motivated again. It sounds like what you're saying, Joe. When I press the start button, it's gonna kick that forward anyway.
It's not in gear though, right? Like you're standing really sketchy spot.
Well, I don't know. Well, I'm not in the way of anything.
All right, go.
All right, so that did something. Okay, I'm gonna hold this up.
Ready?
Now press it. All right, that is spinning the engine. What's it doing now? It's also spinning the engine. Because I'm watching the fan.
Is it turning?
It's turning. Do it again. Let's watch where the sparks come from.
Right there, bad connection.
All right. Let's fix that connection.
Okay.
What do you think? What do you think this does?
I don't know. Push it again really quick.
That's got to be the decompression.
Did it make a difference?
It spun so much faster. Watch this. Okay, watch it spin now. Watch it spin now.
Yes. Hey, we found it.
All right, that's decompression. All right, let's get that wrench out. This is not going well at all. You know that song from Mufasa?
Which one?
I always wanted a brother. I happen to have a brother. He's a diesel mechanic. He's a heavy machinery diesel mechanic. Where is he now? Yo, my brother's calling me.
There he is.
Eric.
What's going on?
You're just the guy I wanted to talk to.
Yeah.
We got the new starter in.
Yeah.
And it's cranking the motor because like the fan's spinning, but it doesn't seem like it's cranking fast enough. And
So is this for the grader?
the motor grader, and I think we sheared the roll pin again.
Okay, so that roll pin shouldn't really have any weight on it.
It has all the weight on it, unless the
So I
spline's
think the
supposed to fit in
spline
there.
it should spline up, and then that keyway, that roll pin, just make sure that it doesn't back off the splines.
That would actually make more sense, wouldn't it? It's kind of confusing. It looks like the way it works is when the starter engages, it kicks through, it pushes through to where it needs to go, and then the clutch, then you just disengage it with the clutch. Like
Just disengaging it.
the clutch is just a lever that pushes it back.
So right now the starter is spinning, and nothing else is.
Yeah. Which is a
Check that.
worse problem.
Yeah.
It's this.
You sheared it?
Yeah. At this point, that's best case scenario. I think what we need to do is we need to not crank it over, stop it, crank it over, stop it, crank it over. We need to just crank it over.
The other thing would be cool if you could find a pony motor and convert it back to a pony motor.
Man, I feel like that.
Pony motors are awesome.
I feel like that'd be cool too. But you know, you're right. Pony motor sounds like a really great idea. So here's the farmer's predicament. You're saying, hey, Sean, just pay someone to fix it. If I pay someone to fix it, it might cost a lot of money. If it costs a lot of money, then the savings I got from buying something really cheap isn't there. And then at that point, I should have not bought a cheap one. I should have bought a working one for more money and saved all my time. So I kind of have to get it running myself and just not think of how much time I have into it. Also, we kind of have good news that we sheared the roll pin. Maybe we just keep on putting weak roll pins in. That's very possible. Maybe the bolt will hold up. That's also possible. We're gonna find out. But it's better that we break that than something else. If something else, it's the easiest thing to replace. We have the stuff to do it right here. You know, as a farmer, I realize that there's nothing better than a quiet evening driving the tractor. Cold AC on my neck, no cell phone, no noise, just a little bit of space to think. And lately I've been starting my mornings with Magic Mind. And I usually keep a couple of these in the toolbox. I always have a couple in my truck because I've always said your mind needs to be your sharpest tool and you gotta look out for yourself. It's a tiny little shot of 12 nutrients, almost like a healthy juice drink, but in a tiny little bottle. And it doesn't taste bad, it just makes you feel healthier and focused. I don't drink coffee, I don't drink energy drinks, I never have, I probably never will. And this doesn't give you that weird, twitchy feel. It just helps me keep focused and kind of really get in the groove. I take it before I do chores or when I have a really big day where I gotta focus or get a lot of stuff done. They say it's got this time-released caffeine so it lasts longer, you don't feel burnt out, and get that feeling that you need to grab another coffee. It's got matcha, adaptogens, all scientific stuff. I don't know what any of them are. I don't pretend to understand it, but I can tell you it works and it helps me keep focused. Right now they're running a limited time offer. Use our QR code or the link and get 60% off on your subscription, which is insane. They also have a 100% money back guarantee. So if you don't like it, they'll refund all your money back. No questions asked, which basically means they're trying it for free. And you could cancel the subscription anytime. Check it out. I think it tastes pretty good. We all need a little bit more focus, especially when you're farming. So while Joe is working on the motor grader, let's go see what's going on with the shipping container site that this big excavator was flattening out for us. So either we'll keep this a walkway or we'll just cover this all, let this all just kind of grow and then we'll have another entrance way up here. Oh, this is looking good, but you see what he's doing? He's taking all the big stones, pushing them over here. He's gonna push this down, fill this all in with dirt. One container here, one container there, and then put one container on the back. This is a pretty cool area though. He'll throw maybe dirt on top of this to help level it out. He did a pretty good job at leveling it out right now. Throw dirt on top of this, and then we'll just throw a bunch of stone down on here. I know it doesn't look like much, but this really sloped down, and there's a big pile of rocks right here. So it's making a pretty good change. I'm pretty pleased with how this is going. How we're gonna get the shipping containers up here, that's another question. Maybe Joe's got something done for us. Maybe Joe's made some headway. I keep on trying to convince my wife to do start like a girl mud wrestling club with her and the other moms. She ain't into it. I'm thinking we got the mud, we got plenty of mud, so let's capitalize on it.
Fix it yet, Joe? Nope. Implementing all kinds of shade tree techniques right now.
Bam.
There it is.
Joe, you nailed it, man. Yeah, Joe, this is cheap aluminum.
Yeah.
This ain't gonna do nothing. We were silly to think that would have worked. When I say silly, I mean stupid. When I say we, I mean Joe. I mean the Joe that's not here. A lot of people are saying, they're like, Sean, it's not really a farm. You're not growing anything. You have no animals. I got deer. I got trees. I got rocks. I'm growing something. Back in like wilderness times, think about a Little House on the Prairie. They would just come to a woods and then they would plow it all down, manually cut the tree. Like it was a big deal. I'm still using 70-year-old stuff, but I get to start a little bit ahead of them. This will be a farm. This will be a farm. I do have plans of planting something like this season. Don't know where. It's gonna be corn. It's gonna be baby corn. Joe, you know what baby corn is? Just like big corn, but just harvested earlier. I'm gonna throw this idea out. I might sell some to you guys. You ever had pickled baby corn? Pickled baby corn is the greatest thing you've ever had in your life. Think about it. Throw it in the comments whether you want to buy Sean's Farm pickled baby corn. Joe, I'm feeling good about this. I get to feel good about this multiple times over just one time. Some people who are good at what they're doing and can fix it the first time, they only get one good feeling. All right, so check it out here. All that corrosion, it's not getting current. So when I first looked at the Cat 12 before we bought it, Craig saw some sparks coming from the battery, which means there's a bad connection, and it might not be sending all the amps it needs to crank the motor over. We fixed one of the terminals at the time, but apparently it was the wrong one because the other one started sparking today. So we got a new battery terminal and put it on. Oh, by the way, I saw all your comments. I did something about it. Bought a chain. Actually, I bought 2 chains. This one was like 50 something. I just had to buy ends. I just had to buy ends for it.
Yo, that's off chain, bro.
Off the chain. So I have to buy those little ends.
Yeah, little hairpin holds. Exactly the same length.
Yep, 2 chains.
Where's the fuel shut off? Is it on? Oh, this is the throttle. Well, what's good is that it at least did not immediately die.
Oh, is it making that noise because this is not tight?
No, it's doing that because it was turning the motor.
No, I mean but that bubbly noise. Was this ever tight?
Yeah, I just loosened it. I'm pulling it out again because it was turning the motor and then it started spinning freely again. Those things are just super hot.
And then again, we broke another bolt. By now, I'm starting to reconsider my choices in life, and I'm also wondering what other options do we have? But like my grandfather told me, I'm too dumb to quit, although I really wanted to. But as a farmer, I can't quit now. So the new plan was to assemble it all together off the Cat 12 and then try to install it all as one piece, which would make putting the bolt through the spline a lot easier. And hopefully this new bolt can hold up to the stress and not break. I'm pretty excited about this idea. This idea is guaranteed 1,000%. This one's gonna work. I can't wait.
Hold this, Mitchell. I'm not holding it.
All right, so Joe's he wants to break another bolt. Once we get it running, we gotta fix this. We gotta put the blade back on it. And they did some weird things to it. I'm sure they had a reason for it. I don't know what that reason is, but they bumped it up too much. And maybe the solution is as simple as welding a plate on the front right here to hold it in. The question is, how do we get the blade back on it? Like, what's the best possible position to put this thing? It rolls this way. Let's get it running. Maybe we'll just pop start to get it running. Because we have equipment that can move it, but that blade, it's gotta weigh 3,000 pounds. It's very, very heavy. I don't want it to get in here and then the one end falls over, crushes Mitchell's leg, and then he's an amputee or anything like that. But they said that these things are a 6-wheel drive, and there's no way. This is not a driven front wheel. Well, at the very least, we're getting pretty good at this.
You got it.
Was there not a nut on this before? Or this was the nut? Or there's no nut?
There was no nut.
This needs to be up here. If it's gonna have any chance of starting.
Okay.
So then I decided to give it one last try.
This full throttle, right? If it's pulled forward?
No. It was getting it good. Oh, should I have taken the decompression off?
Oh, maybe.
Okay.
You ready to try again?
Hopefully it doesn't break it. Joe said we should give up. Joe wanted to give up. Joe was ready to quit, throwing the towel. But I kept on pushing him on, and my inspiration led him to also be inspired. And that's what I think got this thing done. We got it. That's amazing. It actually starts up really well. I think we figured out how to start it, the starting sequence. What I want to do is maybe drive around a little bit, but also get this thing moved in a way that we can put the blade on. Hey Joe, why is it doing this?
There's a gear somewhere in here.
At this point, I'm way ahead of schedule, and I'm blown away that we got this thing running today. Things were looking pretty bleak earlier, but now we can work on getting the blade on. We might just be ready to start making roads. I'm not sure where, but we can all agree making roads would be pretty cool. But first, we have to make sure everything still works, because the last time we messed with it, some of the hydraulics were not working very well, and we're making a real shuddering feeling on the stick. They say you're supposed to drive this thing standing up.
You gotta be shorter. It's not bound up. Oh, unless right here.
Is there anything here binding it up? Look, is this some type of lock?
Scoot back in case it breaks.
I think so, yeah. But where is it binding up at?
That strap.
No, it's binding up here?
It's like
Yeah.
as soon as it starts to turn, it like binds and stops.
But I think something else mechanically is binding it up. Joe, what about the one that goes this way? So they all work except for that one, and I think it's maybe they never actually used it. This whole mechanism is just bound up.
Yeah, that one's dripping hydraulic fluid.
This should be greased up. This should be greased up like
Like everything else.
we have just metal on metal. Is there a better way we can tilt this? What if we tilt it?
I think you were tilting.
What if we take it up that way? Does that get us closer to doing what we want to do? Do that, now rock it like this. Yeah, other way. This way. It might keep on going, it might go a lot. Go until it tells you to stop. There you go, that's good. Hey, now try moving the carousel.
Right there.
You see it?
Look, now I can see the whole thing. Like all this side is moving a little bit, but watch right there, and it looks like it's pivoting in there.
Okay.
But that one looks like it's just pivoting.
Look, it's shot like
Oil everywhere. Did it
grease
just
on
fling
my
oil
face.
on you? Yeah. Where'd that come from?
So I'm pretty sure we figured out why when you grab the handle for I'm calling it a carousel, I don't know what it is. For the carousel to move like this, it just starts to brrr and break your hand off. The one old guy said he broke his wrist doing this. I think it's because it's jammed up. It's just bound up. There's too much friction in there and it's not moving. So we get to figure out that problem later. I want to try to put this blade on without it because it was working when the blade was on before. I think it was working. So maybe with more weight, we'll make it better and make it work better. And then we can lubricate everything once it's moving around. I mean, there's an adjustment here, Joe. It's all broken.
This one?
Like that's broken, that's broken. They tried to fix it with this little pipe right there. And we should be able to take one of these off. I mean, there's two ways to find out. One of those ways crushes people's heads off.
We can loosen it at least.
Yep. All right, plan B. We have two different things that can hold the blade up. We have the tractor on this side, forklift on that side. Slide the blade in the middle. All right, so now we're trying to get the blade on. If we can successfully get this blade on, we will have accomplished significantly more than I thought we were going to accomplish today. And the fact that we figured out how to start this thing, the people we bought it from didn't know about that decompression switch, which makes this thing infinitely easier to start. So much. This is going really well.
What's the plan, Sean?
What if I tilt it this way?
Yeah.
Wouldn't that get that up? Is that enough? Now, Joey, push it in a little bit. Going better than I thought.
That has to go behind here.
Let's do that side too. Hey Joe, whatever you do, don't put your limbs in any spot where you could get hurt. We'll figure
I won't. I'll be out of the way.
We should be able to move this guy down in.
Let's see.
Hey Joe, drive it forward. Hold on a second. We gotta run a chain or something through here and lift
We can
this
do the
guy
same
up.
thing right here with this little hole, with the tank strap. Maybe even with that tractor.
Yeah, let's try that. It's called a double knot. That's all I know. Right.
Tilt it up.
That didn't really work.
No. Ready?
It should fire up real easy. My hands. Hold up. So we have it at the perfect spot. We just gotta, I think we need to lift it up another way. We gotta pull it back in another way. I think we need to restrap and kind of regroup everything. This is stopping it. This is in the way. Hold on. Right there. That one's just about in.
Yeah.
It's supposed to have a lip at the bottom, and it doesn't. Oh look, this thing's even loose. Thanks, Rod. Oh, I just gotta push. I just gotta keep on pushing. It'll pop in. Nah, I stopped it. Nobody stops me. Are we in? Are we in?
You're like at 3/4 of an inch off right there.
Let me try to lift again.
Lift it up a little bit.
Yeah. I should be a spokesperson for air condition. Every time I get inside my skid steer, I feel like good old air condition on my neck. Is it in?
Got it.
Hold on a second. I'll move another.
You want to push it now?
Yeah, let me try to push it again. Stop. All right, that's all right. I'll try to get it with this. We got some tie-down straps somewhere. Let's strap that other side on, and then we can maneuver this one without that one popping out. Here's some crap I bought at Home Depot or something.
Just wrap it around back here too.
I'm pushing it back through, you see it? Run it back through, underneath, and then take it to here. And then we'll leave that thing on until we fix it. Or till always. Why do all your roads have a little line right past from the tie-down strut? Obviously.
Yo, film this.
It's getting cut. It's the first thing getting cut. So shred. All right.
That's what you call farm strong.
Farm strong, right? Let's see if that works. So my goal now is we got to pull this thing this way because it's too close to the hydraulic cylinder. No,
Let's see. Is it in?
it doesn't want to go in. That blade's probably not going to twist very much at all.
Yeah.
So that might be why it's fighting us.
Yeah, because it looks like it's fighting us right here. Maybe we need to go back one.
Do we have a giant wrench? We are so close. Way farther than what I thought we were going to get done today. On a side note, if you ever want to take a nap, raise the bucket, get yourself a pillow, just chill out here in the dirt, you know? Farmer style. No one will ever find you. That's how we do it, us farmers. You figure out a way to move this?
No, we don't have a tool that big, but what I was just suggesting is that we strap it in place. That way it stays right here at least.
Okay.
And then on Monday when we come back out here, we can bring a bigger crescent wrench and then we'll get it all adjusted and everything. And then we can grate a road.
I think we need two things. I think we need a bigger wrench and a grinder. I think there's not enough clearance down there. I think it needs to be ground down. And once that's pushed in, actually, you're not even able to weld something on top of it, are you? Because you can't even see it.
Yeah, well that is something that's welded right there. This is extra. I wonder if we can take out that piece of metal that they welded in and put something half that thickness there.
All right, so here's where we're at. We got this thing in there. I think we need a grind. I don't know if this thing ever worked with the setup that it's currently at. I think it was modified, and I think they modified it too much. We might have to take it where it's at, take the blade off again, just a couple inches, and then do some grinding, do some welding, and then put it back on. But I think we kind of figured out a strategy. I'm pretty pumped. And we got it running. That was a huge deal. We got this thing running. So I think we are way ahead of what we planned on being. We have a lot more stuff to do. And I think I need some more stuff for the skid steer. I think I need some more attachments. So maybe we'll address that next week. We'll see you guys next time. On the farm.
Hey, and don't forget, for a limited time, you can get 60% off your first Magic Mind subscription through the link in the description below.